You got red? All right. Okay, so we are here today with Kat Hardrick.
Yep.
All right.
It's on shirt.
Oh, it's on your shirt.
Yeah, I
That's
try
a
to help you out. No.
Well, let's make sure we face it this way too.
Okay.
So Kat, let me just ask a few questions, because what we're doing here is trying to spread the word about My Naked Finances.
Yes.
And this is an event that is actually sponsored by Nomo, which is Not on My Own, right?
My Own, by my girl.
All right.
That's
Who is
right.
Nisha, right?
Yes,
Also
Miss
named
Nisha
as?
Whitehead. Yes, as Miss Sunshine.
Miss Sunshine.
I love it too, because I always say, hey, Sunshine. And I say, hey, Sunshine to everybody. But her name is Miss Sunshine, because she truly is a sweet person. I love Miss Nisha. So,
oh, yes, and that makes a big difference.
That's right.
So My Naked Finances is doing Naked Finances on the street, and we happened to run into Sunshine so that we could participate in this event and be able to interview people about finances.
Yes.
Specifically about being transparent with their finances.
Yes.
The My Naked Finances program is new, and the whole purpose behind it is to get people the help that they need without having to spend a whole bunch of money.
Right.
But in exchange for that, they have to be fully transparent with the world in terms of their finances.
Correct.
Is that something that you'd be willing to do?
Absolutely. I live in a world of transparency. So it's easy for me to speak the truth about where I stand with anything, just simply because I'm a podcast host, Conversations with Karen and Kat. And what we do is we open up ourselves to be vulnerable, and we know that when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you give permission to be to do the same, because we're not alone. And that's what the enemy wants you to think, that you're on the island all by yourself, that you're broke, you're the only one broke, you're the only one that don't understand how to pay bills, you're the only person that doesn't understand how to pay your taxes, or you're the only person that don't know how to invest or save. You're not. And people are embarrassed because they may be of a particular age, 40, 50, 60, and they're not financially where they feel that they should be. So they're too embarrassed, and so they don't want to be naked.
Okay,
True.
so let me ask you this.
Yes.
There is the thing that holds people back.
Yes.
I would like to just say that is shame. So if you were without a job and you're not able to actually make ends meet, that is a point of shame. That sometimes
it's shame, embarrassment.
But you can get over that.
You can.
If you have a job and you're not using the resources that you're getting from that job very well, unfortunately, that also tends to be a point of shame, even though it should not be, because there are people out there who can give you the help, right?
Right. And so, I feel like people operate out of two spaces. People operate out of, lower this down for me. Look, I'm just going to say that. Look.
It's all good.
I feel right. People operate out of two spaces, love and fear. And when you operate out of fear, that's when shame, guilt, embarrassment takes hold over you, right? Because you are afraid to let anybody know, I don't know what I don't know, so you're not going to ask for help. No one's going to come to you and say, I need to be able to tell you that I'm 60 or 50 and I am broke or I am struggling. I was out of work twice for 2 years.
Okay.
So I understand what it's like to cry at night not knowing how your mortgage is going to get paid.
Okay.
And you're fighting against being foreclosed on. And you're reaching out to people, and you feel like everyone you call, no one's going to help you. On print, they say they're going to do something. But when you actually tap into those resources, you get rejected.
When the rubber hits the road.
It's
like, where did you go?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So when you did find a job,
yep.
If you had been able to find someone who was to help you do better with the money that you did have coming in, would that have been something welcome?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I know now the value of information and the importance of support.
Excellent.
Because it's that support that people really need, so that they'll be willing to say, I don't know what I don't know, and I need your help. And to build that trust, because when it comes to money, people don't trust. Like, let's just face it. That's a huge problem, too.
That is a huge problem. Let me just say this. Part of the My Naked Finances program includes the ability for friends and family to support those people who are in the program, that they're watching on YouTube, go through their final journey. It also includes the ability for individuals or companies to sponsor challenges, things that will help those individuals reduce their debt or at least pay down one bill, two bills, whichever the case may be, in exchange for doing something specific and creative
that's amazing.
On YouTube.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome because let me tell you this. I worked for a company, I won't say the name of the company, but it was in real estate investment trust. Okay.
All right.
And one of the things, that's right, REITs in the house. You know, we like to say acronyms on Conversation with Karen and Kat. We like to tell you what the acronym is. We don't just say REIT. We got to tell you what the acronym is because we want to empower our listeners.
All right.
And so the owner of the company would always give incentives.
Okay.
And always say, pay down your debt. I had never worked for a company where the owner would have meetings to get people to pay down debt and have incentives so you to do so.
Game-changing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what you're doing, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Helping corporations partner so they can give their employees opportunity to incentivize saving and building wealth and generational freedom. Come on. Of course I like that. That's a good idea.
I appreciate you, Kat. That's what My Naked Finances is all about.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.